So I'm here with Sue. Sue is our chair of the Hamilton Amateur Astronomers Astronomy Club. We're actually here at Valley Park Library in Hamilton. And what are we doing here, Sue?
So today is our telescope workshop, and it is an opportunity for the public and club members as well to come and look at the different types of telescopes that are out there if they're interested in purchasing, or to bring a telescope that they have purchased and have no idea what to do or is not working properly, and the experts in our club give them a hand with it.
We had a couple of people with new telescopes and some people who are just generally interested in astronomy.
Today has been a very successful day, and people have been coming in looking very stressed and going out with big smiles on their faces with telescopes that are now operational and that they understand and that they can use.
Well, that's what we want to hear. So, in terms of the club membership, who we have here, and the types of telescopes, what kind of equipment did people bring?
So the club members have brought everything from a C Star, which is a new type of telescope and used for transmitting pictures straight from the sky to your cell phone or your tablet. We have Newtonian reflectors, both on Dobsonian style and on mounted. We have StarSense computers here, which are come with the app on your phone to guide your telescope. We have some refractors as well. We have some Schmidt cassegrains. We also have some binoculars here, and we also have the solar telescopes that are right there behind me. So we've kind of we've covered off the main types of telescopes that are out there, and we've had lots of people who have said to me on the way, and they go, or on the way out, they think, "Oh, I have telescope envy now," because they're seeing some of the different things that are out there.
I'm here with Matthew from the Hamilton Amateur Astronomers Club, and we're talking a little bit about his telescope.
This refractor's a 120 millimeter ED refractor. They haven't made this particular one for about 15 years, but has beautiful optics in it. I use it mostly for astrophotography, so I put my digital SLR on where normally the eyepiece would go, and I run it on normally a bigger mount, a heavier duty mount that will hold this nice and steady. I brought the lighter mount because honestly it's just for show today and it's easier to set up. But normally I would put an even heavier mount on this so that it doesn't vibrate and can handle the weight of the scope. They're quite heavy for their size. I use just a red dot finder on it to do my initial alignment of the stars because it's way easier to use a red dot than to use a finder scope. Because once I've got the mount aligned, I don't use it anymore. So red dot is perfectly fine. Right now I've just got a diagonal in it and a regular eyepiece, so you can do fantastic visual viewing with this scope as well. And it's super sharp. So you can do that. My preference is for a big daub, so that's what I use for visual mostly. But the scope, the optics of this are awesome. The nice thing about this particular mount is if you've got like a 90 millimeter refractor or an 80, something in that size, even up to 100, this mount's awesome because it's much lighter but still has a really good load capacity of around 33 pounds. But my wife can manage this mount, and if you're tired and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, it's way easier to put away than the 40-pound mount. But for a lot of things, even for some astrophotography, it works, especially with shorter scopes. You can actually use unguided and do 2-minute exposures even with this one. So there's a lot of benefits to a mid-sized mount, especially if you're using a smaller scope. And if you're doing visual, this is plenty of mount. Even for this scope, I can do visual with this.
How would you best summarize who we are?
We are a group of people who are amateur astronomers who are dedicated to promoting the enjoyment of the hobby. We are dedicated to providing education to both our members and the public about astronomy and the wonderful things in the night sky. And we are also there for the advancement of the hobby. So to help people move forward by providing them opportunities and education to grow and move forward in the hobby.